Hello and welcome to Clutch Talk 101. We got the Washington Commanders at the Chicago Bears tonight. We're going to give you our picks. Tonight is probably going to be a sloppy game, given that these are two kind of near the bottom teams. Um, Washington having Carson Wentz at their quarterback has just been a disaster this year. They started out with one good game, and of course, we come to find out Detroit has a horrible defense. So it was against Detroit, and now ever since then, he's just been completely just. I couldn't even watch. If he was on my favorite team, he would give me a heart attack. Cause like you'll see him make like one nice pass, and you'd be like, okay, okay, and then he just does things that are like you couldn't even like think about or like write in a movie, like how dumb the things he's doing. So like, but then again, you look at the Bears, and their offense has been very abysmal, and they have, like you said earlier, they have a really poor red zone offense. So I think that's going to be a factor in the game. I don't know how windy it is there, but I know it's a little chilly here, and I don't know, man. It's this. I was back and forth on this game all day, and I think my final decision, I'm gonna go Chicago Bears, 24-20. I think that the Bears get a couple turnovers from Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz turns the ball over two plus times. Um, what are you thinking about this game?
I go Bears 16-10.
Okay.
Two very ugly offenses. The Bears don't really attempt to pass the ball at all, hardly ever, especially in the red zone. So I think they're pretty predictable on what they want to do. Again, like you said, I don't know about the wind or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not probably going to help. I don't see Fields throwing it over 15 times.
They're gonna
I
run it.
haven't seen him really take the reins off of him. I didn't watch the whole Minnesota game last week. I know they did kind of come back and
And they gave it up.
they put points on the board, but I'd have to look at how many times he threw the ball in that game. I'm assuming it wasn't. Now, if it was 20, that's a lot for him.
I honestly think it was like 18 or 19, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
So that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're very one-dimensional, but their offense is still better than the Commanders because they don't have Carson Wentz doing bonehead things.
I will say though,
Fields will give you a couple head scratchers, but they don't unleash him enough for him to really do anything that stupid.
I agree with that.
Carson Wentz, he'll find a way to do something stupid,
Hmm.
regardless of Rivera's going to try to game plan around him, basically game plan him out of the game, especially after the comment that he made and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
seen that.
So I think Wentz is going to be trying to prove something, and it's going to bite him like it usually does. Dotson is out.
Yep, I saw that too. Yeah,
I just don't. I think it's going to be running back central for Commanders as well.
they got like two or three too
Yeah,
that
I
are.
think McKissick could be a little short passing game. Gibson, you never know what you're going to get, and they're probably going to feed Brian Robinson
Yeah.
pretty hard.
Yep.
So they are saying that they're going to limit his snaps, but I think that depends on how the game goes, and they're not going to limit his snaps too much if he's getting 10 apiece every time. So
Who knows? But they haven't seen him much. I mean, he didn't get off last game, but he only had 9 attempts. So this will be a good test because Chicago has I think the worst pass or rush defense in the league, 32nd. So if he might break out, and if Carson Wentz is gonna do anything this year, it's got to be tonight. You're going up against not that good of a team. You got to get something going against this team. Like, and
yeah,
if you don't, it's bad signs towards Carson Wentz if he does not play well tonight. Would you agree with that?
I don't even know about
Hot
Rivera,
seat,
dude. I
hot
mean,
seat.
I don't know, man. You lose to the Bears, your season's basically essentially done at that point, especially if the way the division is looking as of right now. So I don't know. I mean, Wentz is going to keep starting. I know he's injured, whatever is going on with his shoulder, but he's still going to play. And him when healthy is usually a liability. So him being hurt is just like another more fuel to the fire of him chucking one up and
Yeah,
oh, I didn't get everything on it.
yeah, like last year with the Colts.
Yes.
He's always making plays like that. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a pretty sloppy game if I had to guess.